Welcome to the ROUXGAROUX Live Podcast, and I'm Kurt Schweiger, and this is my co-host, Brian Mathern. How you doing, Brian?
Hey, Kurt. All right, and you, Kurt?
I'm doing good, man. What a
Can you hear me?
what a good time it was down there at the Wheeling Miners game. You went down there at the game. That was awesome.
Oh, yeah, that was a blast. I thank the team
You got some,
for having me.
yeah, that was awesome. You got some good images, got some good photos. Talked to Heather.
Yeah, finally caught
We
up with
went.
Keith after the kickoff. So.
Yeah, that was awesome, man. But you showed me a little tour of the Coliseum. We went to the concession stands there. We saw uh, some good food. The peanut butter things. You had me wanting a peanut butter, whatever they're called. I wanted one of them.
Free,
They were awesome, man.
freeze dried peanut butter. Yeah, snacks.
And I
They were
loved
good.
it,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, I loved it. But anyway, I've been watching the ROUXGAROUX, and I don't, ever since the preseason game. Now they won that preseason game against the Dallas Falcons, 55-24. That was a good game. And although they weren't a league team, they were,
Team.
but they kicked their butts, 55-24. That was pretty
Well,
good.
it was a preseason game, so it don't count, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know it doesn't count. Then you had the Omaha Beef, where the Beef defeated them 41-18. But I tell you, they were only one or two plays away from beating the Omaha Beef. They could have got them guys. Just one or two
Right.
plays, and he would have got them. So they did.
And of
They
course,
played.
the beef for the reigning NAL champions from last year too. So, and
Yes,
Shreveport's an expansion team.
right. So you got to figure that, man. It was pretty awesome. And then, of course, that
Right.
2013 victory over the Wheeling Miners. I loved that game. And I'm not saying it because I don't like the Miners. I know a lot of people, they have a lot of fans. But I was just so happy that they beat the Miners. You know what I mean? I don't know what it was. And, they defeated them 2013. And the Horsemen, though, 50-40.
Yeah.
The Horsemen.
Unfortunately, they stayed in the hunt all game last night, but or 2 nights ago, should I say? But yeah, they were in it. They were neck and neck and took the lead at one point, but it was just too much at the end for them.
Man, they hung right in there to the last second, though. I mean, there's no die in them. They're a good team
Right.
when they don't, there's no quit in them. That little running back there, Kavan Samuels, or that boy, he does.
Yes.
Yeah, Samuels, he has a lot of good plays. Every time I watch them guys, he's coming up with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plays. Denarius Antoine, another one. But yeah, I have some names that are really
Kavion Samuels is his name.
Yeah. But Terry Jones, the quarterback, Rashad Ridley, Darius.
I should have sent you the updated roster because I got the roster on my screen right now.
Oh, we will. We'll get more elaborate. I'm just little notes that I wrote. Darius Meters is another good one. Denarius Antoine, Lamar Dixon. Lamar Dixon, that guy is something else.
Yeah.
But there's more too. There's a few other names there, that are always being called on, like Rashad Ridley, Lamar Dixon. There's a lot of good players. I see.
They got some new ones.
Yeah, I know. What the heck was his name? I can't remember his name. Was it Hannibal? Was his last name Hannibal? I'm not positive. I know Keith did a episode there somewhere. He did a show talking to someone. I can't remember. I watched it, but he had one of the players with him, but I can't remember what his name was. And they're talking about, the future of the league and, the new players coming in. And you were talking to him. And you got to figure, though, too, Brian, they're expansion team. They're a brand new team. You know what I mean? And to have that many
Yeah,
good names. You know what I mean? They have some good names on that team, and
yeah, and
we
they
like
just signed 3 to 4 new ones for this past
yeah
game too.
again. And you figure, well, they're 1-2, so I think they could have won the beef. They
Yeah,
could have won the horsemen too, but I think they're going to start winning those games they should win. You figure they're new, they're an expansion team, but they're getting there. I can see them getting better every week. Uh, like the NAL, National Arena League. I see that the NAL it's making strides. It's growing slowly. You know what I mean? It's growing slowly, but I can see it
yep.
growing little at a time. And I think some of the announcements that they had here a few weeks ago for after the season started, where they got that right now TV deal where they'll be broadcasting the uh, games
Televising.
there. So I have yet to get
Now
that.
I did contact Right Now TV to find out if they have a list schedule for the league for which games are going to be televised. And I was informed by the owner of the television network that uh, it's a week to week basis from the actual league. So the league will determine which games and which ones will be covered by Right Now TV.
Yeah, I want to get that channel, but I just haven't got around to doing it. But I will get to it. I want to start. I know TNA wrestling is on there, and a lot of
Yeah,
NASCAR racing is on there.
they're going to pick up
Sportsman.
the IFA, the International Football Alliance, which is outdoor football. Um, I think they have like 6 teams that they're debuting this year, with the first game at the end of May. But one of the 6 teams is in Mexico. They were actually
Yeah,
shooting for more, but they do have the one in Mexico, a couple in Texas, Huntsville, Alabama, and so on.
excuse me, Brian. That's not the. It's not the.
Huh?
They don't have a team called the Caballeros, do they?
Yep, that's the one.
Is that the one? One of them?
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
All right.
the Alabama Beavers and the Tampa Bay Tornadoes, and uh, there's one in San Antonio, and the one I think you just mentioned is Dallas, and uh, the one in Mexico, and I must be missing one more somewhere.
Yeah, and there's a new arena league coming up here. They're going to start their games in June. The ENTFLA. The and
Yeah, the
what is it?
Entertainment Football League.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
Entertainment Football League up in
yeah.
should be up there by you, right?
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of New York. They're mainly from Rhode Island. You have the New York Dragons. You have the New Jersey Ciphers, the Danbury Diesel. And I think there's one out in um, Massachusetts, somewhere out in there. I can't think of the name right now, but yeah, they sound good. The commissioner is Andre Reed. There, used to play for the Buffalo Bills. He's the commissioner. They have a lot of good people around them. They hired their coaches.
Hmm.
I can't remember for the life of me who their coaches is now, but they hired their 4 coaches. It's only 4 teams. Um, they're going to introduce them sometime here, anytime. Then they're going to start taking tryouts here in April. And then May, I guess they're going to start, I guess they have kind of like a draft that they're going to do. And they're going to play in the Coliseum. The New York Dragons
Open
are down there.
tryouts, maybe.
Yeah, yeah. They want to
Yeah,
retire Aaron Garcia's jersey to the rafters down in New Jersey down there. And Aaron Garcia was a heck of a quarterback back in the old AF.
yes, it was.
Arena Football League. Yeah, he was something else. He was really good. I can't remember the amount of yards he got and touchdown passes, but he was an awesome quarterback.
Hmm. Give me a second, and I might be able to pull that up because Arena Fan normally logs all that information.
Yeah, it's he was something else. I used to watch him, Kurt Warner. Kurt Warner, you know his story.
Yeah, that was back in the good old days of yeah.
You know, I like
Mm,
the AF1, but I'm
it's
not
not
quite sure.
cooperating with me. Oh well.
Not going to cooperate with you. I know. Well, I'm having. It's like you're supposed to be able to go on here and get media and go to your
No.
computer.
Mm-mm.
I just can't do it. I cannot go up. I don't know why. Not yet. Not yet. I'll get to that. But man, I got your background here. I put up behind me. I can't get the background behind you. I keep studying this stuff. I keep trying to get it behind me,
It's
but
pro. It's probably yeah. The stream is breaking up on my end.
yeah, you probably won't be able to stay have a long episode, but we can get a few things in and talk for a little bit. It's
Yeah.
probably the storm. I'm having storms up here too, so we just had a thunderstorm a little bit ago. I
Oh,
wasn't
okay.
sure how this was going to go, but got a little rain going on out there a little bit, and it was thundering earlier, so it looks like it stopped a little bit. So we might be all right for a little while, but I do have couple of videos I can show
Yeah.
you that I
Ours
downloaded.
is coming tonight supposedly.
Oh, awesome.
Our rainstorm is coming tonight. So
Oh, yeah. But here's I have to show this, Brian. I have to show this against the
yeah,
Wheeling
go ahead.
Miners. The first touchdown on the Wheeling Miners there. I just, it just was awesome.
First quarter brought to you by Holiday Inn. Terry Jones has got a couple of men on the move. He hands it off there to Samuels. He rolls around his right side, got room to run, and he's gonna take it into the end zone. Touchdown, ROUXGAROUX! Come on, Samuels gets the party started. 6-0 Roux.
That Kevon Samuels, man, he is something else.
Jones with the quick handoff, and Samuels takes it to the house.
They had quite a few fans there.
That pretty much
38-yard run
set the tone for
just
the whole game
around the
right there.
right side.
It was awesome.
That was the first play. That was the
And
first play after the
ROUXGAROUX,
kickoff.
who do not have a kicker, will go for two.
Now that part irritates the hell out of me. That you don't carry a kicker for the first 2 weeks of the
Yeah,
regular
why?
season.
I know it, Brian.
But
Why don't they
luckily
have
they
a
changed
kicker?
that this week.
I hope so. I hope they
I
got a
asked
kicker.
management, and yeah, they have one now. They used the one Thursday night. They selected a guy out of Alabama, but unfortunately he missed the first two extra points, so they benched him for the rest of the game after that. But yeah, they said that was a coach's decision not to carry a kicker for at least the first two games because there was no kicker on the roster at all. So they were using one of the wide receivers was doing kickoffs and they were going for two after every touchdown, since they didn't have a kicker.
And I
And
like going.
still
I like that. I'm sorry, Brian.
and still after 3 games, they still have not attempted a field goal.
I like that. I like the going for the field goal. It just adds something to it. When you got to get your
Yeah.
kicker, and they might miss or they might hit it. So I like the field goal
Well,
thing. I like
literally,
that.
if you miss it, it's a punt. So
Yeah,
why go for it when you're in your side of the field? Why go for it on fourth and whatever, and turn over the ball when you're on your side of the field? Just attempt the field goal, and that's a punt.
right. Yeah. Hey, Brian, we got to get some. Once we get going, we start doing these every week or every couple weeks. Yeah, we got to start getting some guests on. I was gonna try to invite some guests and stuff like that, but could not get a hold of anybody right now. I did send invites to Daenerys Antoine. He never got back to me. I don't know if he will or not. Uh, Keith, I asked him. He said sure. He said sure. I'd love to come on. So it's just a matter of getting him up here. And Heather, the head of the Rue Crew fan club,
Okay.
I asked her. She said
Mhm.
she'd be willing to come on.
Yeah, we can get them scheduled in the future.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll start sending ahead of time. I was talking to people, probably 2 3 weeks ago, but they don't get back to me. Some Keith did and Heather did, so
Yeah.
I'll get back with them. But I'm excited about the Rougarou. But like we were talking earlier in the show, they're an expansion team. They're a brand new team, and they're getting out there. They're getting better. I think with each week that passes, they'll get better and better. And like
Right.
you said, they're going to have a kicker now, so that'll help.
And I don't know if there's one thing I found out this morning that most people don't realize. The next game is still up in the air. The Louisville, um, what is it? The Louisville Sauvage, I guess is how it's pronounced.
Yeah,
Uh,
what's
so that's a uh, 8-man indoor football league semi-pro team that they're playing, because they originally had this week scheduled for the Amarillo Dusters, which were kicked out of the league before the league started, season started, should I say. And come to find out, because of the Shreveport Mudbugs, the hockey team, if they win tonight, then we play on the 12th. If they lose tonight,
we play on the 13th?
no, we play on the 19th.
Oh, the 19th?
Yes.
Wow, that's a long period of time to go without a game, isn't it?
So, well, that's another 2 weeks, because you got to realize every game that we've had so far literally has had almost a 2 week break between each one.
I know, man. That seems like to me, if I was a player, I would want to play every week.
You would think, yeah. I guess it's for good for resting up. Between the preseason game and the first game of the year, we had 2 weeks between February 21st and March 8th. Then there was 2 weeks between the Omaha Beef and the Wheeling game. That was March 8th to the 22nd. And then like a week and a half, I guess, to the Idaho game, which was April 3rd. And now this one, since we played on the 3rd, if the Mudbugs lose, we don't play until the 19th.
Oh, that's a long time, man. Wow.
But there's nothing that they can do about it, because Mudbugs have priority over the arena. So if they actually win tonight, then they need they have a bye in the playoffs, because they've already qualified for the playoffs. So they'll have a bye, and we can play Saturday. If they lose, then they have to host the best of 3 series in Shreveport, and and that will be taken up the this coming Saturday game. So and it looks like I lost Curtis. You still there?
I can. Yep, I can still hear you, Brian. I can still hear you. We're still
Yeah,
rolling along.
I lost you there for a second. So, um,
Yeah,
so
it's picking up
so
raining out here.
potentially the game could be pushed back to the 19th.
Wow. I know I'm not used to that. I'm used to. Are you familiar with? Are you watching any of the UFL games?
But if we play on the 19th, then every week after that for the whole month of May. So we should be good after that.
Sounds cool, Brian. Well, it's starting to pick up outside, so I'm gonna have to kind of shorten it. We'll just do a little short episode here, and then maybe we'll get back on it maybe next Saturday or Tuesday, whenever's good for you.
Okay. Well, if they postpone the Saturday's game, then we might be able to get some of those guests that you mentioned on
There
here.
you, there you go. That would be a great idea. Excuse me, Brian. Sorry. We'll do that. We'll work on that. I got one more video to show you before we
All
go.
right.
We got to play this at the end of every one of our videos. Now, Brian, you seem like a bunch of great guys.
Oh yeah.
Good photos, Brian. Awesome. And kind of ended abruptly with
So
that.
yeah,
But I don't know.
that next game, April 12th or 19th, we don't know yet. So we'll know after tonight. The Mudbugs play tonight at 7 o'clock. So win or lose, we'll be playing either this coming Saturday or another Saturday after that, 12th or the 19th.
Well, email me. Keep abreast of it, Brian, and let me know what happens
Okay.
if they win or lose. So we know what we're gonna do, because if they win, then they go
It's the
on.
12th.
Yeah, right. So if they lose,
If they lose, then they have to play on the 19th because the Mudbugs have to play in Shreveport extra games. In other words, because
all right.
tonight they're playing for second place in the playoffs, and they're tied
Awesome.
with Corpus Christi. I never realized that they were that good, and had that good of a record. So they're actually playing for a bye. So if they win, they get a bye in the playoffs, and then we can play. If they lose, they fall down to third place. Then they have to play that best of 3 playoff series in Shreveport. So,
Oh, that'll be good. All right then, Brian. Keep it abreast of me. Let me know what happens,
we'll do.
and we'll work on a longer video. This has been a short little video, but I'm glad to get with you. So we can talk about the ROUXGAROUX. I love it. And this is Kurt Schweiger, and this is my buddy Brian Mathern for the ROUXGAROUX Live podcast after the game. And we'll see you coming hopefully this Saturday. If not, you'll see us in a couple weeks. All right, Brian. All right, later,
right.
buddy. All right, later, bud.
Later.